Nature is not a resource to be exploited, but a sacred manifestation of the divine. The beauty of the natural world is a reflection of the beauty of the Creator. Science without spirituality is blind, and spirituality without science is lame. Spirituality is not separate from our daily lives. It is the very essence that gives meaning and purpose to everything we do. True knowledge is not the accumulation of information, but the realization of the unity and harmony of all existence. The true measure of a society's progress is not its material wealth, but its spiritual well-being. The purpose of religion is not to divide us, but to unite us in our shared quest for truth and spiritual awakening. The heart is the gateway to the divine. It is through the heart that we can experience the presence of God. The human being is not merely a physical body. We are spiritual beings on a journey of self-realization. In the modern world, we have lost sight of the sacred, and in doing so, we have lost our own true selves. We must strive to cultivate a deep reverence and respect for all forms of life, for they are all expressions of the divine. The true seeker of knowledge is one who seeks wisdom and understanding, not just information. The world is a sacred place, and we must act as stewards, not masters of the earth. True education is the awakening of the soul, not just the acquisition of facts and figures. In the pursuit of happiness, we often forget that true fulfillment lies in serving others and living in harmony with the world around us. The spiritual path is not an escape from the world. It is a transformation of our relationship with the world. We must strive for balance and harmony in all aspects of life, for that is where true peace and happiness reside. The ego is the veil that separates us from our true nature. It is through selflessness that we can transcend the ego and realize our higher selves. Religion is not a set of dogmas to be blindly followed. It is a living tradition that provides guidance and inspiration for the spiritual journey. The essence of Islam is not found in rituals and outward observances, but in the cultivation of inner virtues and a deep connection with the divine. The universe is a symphony of interconnectedness, and we are all part of this cosmic harmony. True spirituality is not about escaping the world, but about transforming it from within. The pursuit of knowledge is not separate from the pursuit of God. It is a means to deepen our understanding of the divine. In a world filled with noise and distraction, we must seek silence and solitude to reconnect with our inner selves. The purpose of meditation is not to attain supernatural powers, but to still the mind and awaken our innate spiritual potential. We are not isolated individuals. We are part of a vast web of interdependence and interconnectedness. Love is not a mere emotion. It is the essence of our being, the very fabric of the universe. True happiness is not found in the pursuit of pleasure, but in the cultivation of virtues and a deep connection with the divine. We must learn to listen to the wisdom of nature, for it has much to teach us about the harmony and balance of the cosmos. The purpose of art is not just to please the senses, but to uplift the soul and awaken us to higher realities. True freedom is not the absence of constraints, it is the liberation of the soul from the chains of ego and desire. The spiritual path is not a solitary journey. It is a collective endeavor that requires the support and guidance of a spiritual community. The divine is not confined to any particular religious tradition. It transcends all boundaries and manifests in infinite ways. The purpose of suffering is not to inflict pain, but to awaken us to the impermanence of worldly attachments and the eternal nature of the soul. We must strive to live in harmony with the cycles of nature, for they are a reflection of the cosmic rhythms of the universe. The world is a mirror that reflects back to us our own inner state. If we want to change the world, we must first change ourselves. The path to enlightenment is not a linear journey. It is a spiral that leads us deeper into the mysteries of existence. Humility is the key to true knowledge, for it opens the heart and mind to the wisdom of the divine. The purpose of prayer is not to change the will of God, but to align our will with the divine and seek guidance and support in our journey. True knowledge is not found in books or academic institutions, but in the direct experience of the divine. We must strive to be in the world, but not of the world, cultivating detachment while actively participating in the affairs of life. The spiritual journey is a process of continuous growth and transformation. There is no final destination, only deeper levels of realization. We must strive to live in harmony with our fellow human beings, for we are all members of the same human family. The purpose of rituals and ceremonies is not just to fulfill religious obligations, but to create sacred space and time for communion with the divine. We must strive to cultivate virtues such as compassion, kindness, and forgiveness, for they are the true signs of spiritual maturity. True knowledge is not limited to the intellect. It involves the awakening of the heart and the expansion of consciousness. We must strive to be mindful and present in every moment, for it is in the here and now that we can experience the divine. The true teacher is not the one who imparts knowledge, but the one who awakens the student to their own inner wisdom. We must strive to be bridges between different cultures and traditions, fostering understanding and dialogue among diverse communities. The purpose of spiritual disciplines is not to achieve personal gain, but to purify the soul and align ourselves with the divine will. True knowledge is not about accumulating facts, but about developing wisdom and insight through deep contemplation. We must strive to live with integrity and authenticity, aligning our thoughts, words, and actions with our highest ideals.